Thanks for coming round. We'll make you laugh before you go. Welcome to the Mermen. Welcome to the show.
I haven't done it in a while. Look at all this cat hair coming out.
Well, I just found out that Luis's cat is injured and it lives over here in my section.
That one, you definitely need to clean it now.
I actually,
This one?
I cleaned them yesterday.
Oh, you did?
Hit it with a Clorox wipe. I even fingered it a little bit.
Inside, he just went. He's just like he's like wet blowing.
Do you use these conch shells as like a food and water bowl for your cats when we're not here?
Yeah, it's the filter for the water that I pour. Yeah.
Good to know. You know what I forgot to mention was our episode with the Cypress Hill episode. Rave reviews. People have been saying that was a really fun episode.
You forgot to mention it?
Yeah.
It just came out yesterday. Recording these in advance because we're gonna be out of town.
Yeah. No, this will be there'll be one in between these. You're killing the illusion.
Nobody, come on. Like, I'm gonna be wearing the same hat for 2 episodes. I think they
got it. I brought a change of tank top.
Wait, so no one said anything? You're just assuming people will say?
No.
It's been out a couple of days.
People said it was a good episode, and I told you when we finished, I said that was a fun episode. And when we have fun, listeners have fun. That's how I feel about it. So I've been fired up lately, man. I got a topic for you that's been grinding my gears.
Yeah, I know you want to make this a segment. You've said that you're already like, what if we did what's grinding my gears?
No, you've done it before. You've always told me, like, Dave's what grinds my gears.
No. Okay, yeah, because I make years ago when our buddy Al Jackson started on the Daily Blast Live show.
Yeah.
I would look at the clips, and there was one where he's like standing in front of like some green screen thing, and he'd be like, "Let me tell you what's going." Like it was kind of like it. That's what I text him like, "You should be called What's Grinding My Gears" by Al Jackson. And he said he would always think of that when he was starting to do the segment, and it would always get in his head.
Well, it's like they always have like every network has like on the local news they have like "Help me Howard" or what or yeah.
All right, what's grinding your gears, Dave?
Well,
wait, should we have a song?
Oh yeah, do it
with the conch shell.
Yeah, you did one last episode. It was cool.
I did.
Yeah, you were like,
you did the pit bull.
Yeah. Ready?
What's grinding my gears by Dave Williamson.
I'm glad you asked, Forrest. Let me tell you.
Oh wait, maybe it's like this.
What's grinding your gears, Dave?
Good question.
Yeah, I'm not Forrest. I'm a shell.
Yeah, you're the.
I'm a creature.
You're a little hermit crab. You're a barnacle.
I'm not a hermit crab. The shell's too big for hermit crabs. Anyways, what's grinding your gears?
E-bikes. These things are taking over, bro. I yelled at a bunch of kids the other night like a Karen, an unleashed Karen. It didn't go how I thought. I thought that they would be more intimidated and scared. Instead, they just yelled back threatening things to me. They're middle schoolers. These middle schoolers are out of control. They make motorcycle gangs in my neighborhood. There's like 15 of them, just swarms. They don't have lights. They don't have helmets. It's 10 o'clock at night. It's pitch black. There's signs everywhere because the cops are cracking down on these, on the irresponsible use. And if you're a parent, like, look.
When you say e-bikes, I don't mean to stop you in the middle of your grinding.
Yeah.
But you're talking about like ones that people own, electric bikes?
Yes.
Or the ones you can rent, like the Uber?
No.
The LimeWire or whatever.
No.
Yeah.
I got no problem with the rent ones. Should be problematic because there's just dummies who are renting them and going, that's a whole nother topic. No, these are $4,000 bikes that people buy and they give to a 7th grader.
They go like 25 miles an hour.
They haul ass.
Yeah.
They legit. I mean, and look, they're useful. Some kids are responsible enough and can handle it, and they ride them to school or they ride them down to the beach, and then now it's easier for them to get up the hill with their surfboard attached to the side or whatever, But these kids are just treating them like motorcycle gangs, and they're just running all over town. They're running stop signs. And someone's going to get hurt is the point, all right?
Mm-hmm, okay.
And so the cops have put signs everywhere saying that that they can't go in the grass because they do that too. Like, look, I was a kid once, guys. I think it's important to test boundaries and have a little independence. But there's a big difference between getting on your Huffy and going through the grass, cutting the grass, and being cool versus having something that's got horsepower with tires this big.
Who are you talking to right
and
now?
It's ripping up the grass that my tax dollars paid for.
Who do you think? What are you doing?
So then they meet in the middle of the baseball field.
Yeah, okay.
And I walk out there. I walked right up. There was like a fence there. And I walked right up and I went, "Hey, do you guys think that's a good idea?
Yeah.
There's signs right there.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be in the grass." And then one of those, instead of, I would think they'd eat a little crow at that point. They've been caught red-handed. I think they'd be like, "Sorry, sir, we didn't see the signs," even though it's a lie. At least gives everyone a nice
what's gonna
out,
happen.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
But instead, one of them just goes, "We're not on the grass." I go, "I'm looking at you on the grass. All 15 of you, you're on the grass." And then the other one
Were they
goes,
filming you?
"No, but
You don't know that they weren't filming.
no,
you.
they might have been
I
filming."
really hope this comes on the internet. I can't wait to see this.
So
Let's look it up now.
I was like, "Look, I'm doing you a favor. The cops are cracking down on this. They're going to confiscate your bikes. I don't think your parents can be very happy when your $3,000 precious little e-bike
Okay, let me tell you
gets
something.
confiscated." And then they go, "This is the kicker. This is what really got me." The other little brave a-hole goes, "Well, we'll just run from the cops." And I go, "Yeah, you see how that works for you. Good luck."
Okay.
And then he started to circle me and I got scared, so I left.
Here's e-bikes versus Karens, but this is not you. This is somewhere else. I was hoping this was you. God, I hope this shows up at some point. Please let this.
But then
video come up.
I started walking away because
This is the thing. At some point, one of these kids on these bikes, or two of them, are going to start a podcast, and they're going to tell this story the same way you tell all your stories from when you were young.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then there was this idiot in a floral patterned shirt. I don't know what he was thinking, with a mustache he shouldn't have, and he was holding on to like a
Shouldn't have.
Yeah. No, this is the kids retelling it. I think it's great. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and some sort of hat, like he thought he was still like 25 years old, and he's yelling at us like holding a pulled pork sandwich. And we're like, yeah. It
You
turns
reeked
out,
of IPAs.
yeah. This guy would just he would like shoot a video in his front yard of him making meat and just drinking, and we'd go by there all the time, and he was a loser.
No way, man. Neighborhood kids think I'm cool.
Well, no, they don't. Not anymore. You just yelled at him.
Nah, they didn't know it was me. I disguised my voice. I was like, "Hey!"
But didn't they see you?
It was pretty dark. It was pretty dark.
Anyway,
I was in the shadows like a superhero.
Great segment of what grinds Dave's gears.
Man, really grinds my gears.
I mean, who are you talking to in this podcast?
I just don't understand why you would buy your kid a $4,000 bike if they're not responsible enough to follow simple signs that are put up in the park, and don't be out at 10 o'clock at night.
Again, who are you talking to?
Anyone who might be listening to this, I'm venting. This
Do
is
you think there's some else
This
that-
is supposed to be a safe place to vent, and if me
I never said that.
if me airing what's been grinding my gears helps one person, maybe there's someone who's listening to this and they were thinking about buying their kid an e-bike. Their kid's in 7th grade. And now they're thinking like, maybe we should wait until, or you know what? Maybe we have a simple conversation with our son saying, "Hey man, this is a responsibility. This is like a lot more dangerous than just testing your limits on a regular bike."
We got it.
Look,
we got
I rode my
You've
regular
grinded.
bike.
The gears have been ground. We got it. Look,
I rode my regular bike all over Miami. I did
well,
lots of stuff
okay.
I shouldn't have done. But I had a buddy, Joe Connell. He used to run into parked cars left and right. But if we had a moped,
You're literally making the argument I was just making right now. You're starting to make it already.
But there's a difference. There's a difference between.
We're running in the parked cars and fucking shit up at 10 miles an hour. These kids are doing it at 25 miles an hour.
Look, we had a moped. We had one moped, and like everyone in my neighborhood shared the one moped. But if all
we did
if
some
all
egging.
12 of us,
we egged some cars here and
yeah,
there.
who doesn't do a little egging?
Yeah, we did a little bit of mailbox baseball. Every kid does that. But this is different.
Yeah. Oh,
Let me
kids today
tell you-
can't get away with shit because there's Ring doorbells everywhere. Well, my son plays pranks on their friends and stuff, and then their parents just send me the Ring bell footage, and I laugh.
Look, I don't know how many episodes we've done now of this podcast. At no point when we started this podcast did I say this is going to be a safe space to rant. I don't think that was ever. And another thing that would be cool about it is it'll be a safe space for us to.
I mean, you got to vent. You got to vent to your buds.
Venti.
And I already put it on my Facebook neighborhood. I was going to do it, and then my kids were like, "Dad, do not write that on there. Please don't write that on
And
there."
then you wonder why you get
And then-
these flamingo things that have.
Who did that to me?
Probably one of these kids.
Did I talk about that on the podcast that I flipped that on them? Whoever thinks they were pranking me by
I don't know. You put it on your Insta.
Yeah, by posting free yard flamingos and putting my phone number on there and pinging my neighborhood. Well, the prank was reversed on you. Because what you didn't know is that I love meeting strangers. So I Amazon Primed 30 of those bad boys, texted every single person back, and told them, yeah, they're yours. Come pick them up tomorrow. And I sat in my front yard drinking beer on a lawn chair, and I made 14 new friends. So what else you got, pal?
How much did that cost you?
It was cheap. It was very cheap.
Yeah, I don't.
Which also,
I don't suspect
it was very
flamingos are expensive.
Yeah. I was so interested to learn every single person's backstory. Where I was like, I wanted to know why they were motivated to drive anywhere in town to get something you could just buy for $12.
Wait, and they were $12 each?
No, like $6 each or something like that.
And you got 30?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I got a box for like $50.
Joke's on you.
Joke's on you. Yeah. We're in the poorhouse.
No.
Kids didn't eat for a week.
Yeah, that's incorrect math.
Joke's on the kids and you, so it's double joke.
I got a whole box for like $50 or something like that.
Yeah, that seems more.
Sold some tickets to Chicago Improv though.
What? How'd you sell tickets to the Chicago Improv?
Because I made it a promo video and then people shared it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I saw the video. The video was fun.
It was good.
Good job.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, that's how you should do your ranting.
Is what?
Not just yelling at kids in a field.
Oh. I was also very sensitive the night this happened because it was right after, it was like same week as my son's accident. So I was just like,
is not a crime.
I was like, I'm doing this because I care.
Did you skateboard when you were a kid?
Not well. I had a very large skateboard that had a Viper on the bottom of it. Like
Viper.
It wasn't even a Viper. It was like a Cobra.
Oh, yeah. You had it was all prefabbed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Viper was, man, what was that brand? God, you would get it at like Kmart and shit, right?
Probably.
Yeah, it was a shit one.
But I could ollie. That was about it.
Yeah, we would go to Island Water Sports. Do you remember that?
Ooh, kind of.
It was right near Little Caesars Pizza there in Miami. And it was a skate shop.
Oh, I do remember that.
We used to just hang out there, me and Charlie Burton and other friends and stuff like that. And then we would put our boards together. You'd have to buy the trucks, then the wheels, and the bearings. It was a real scam they got there, the skateboard. Like, you buy each individual piece. Because what do you got? You got the stainless steel bearings? No, you don't. You're a fucking loser.
Did you do tricks? Did you know how to do tricks?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I could ollie. I could do like some rail slides. I didn't do any ramp riding. We did all street riding. Man, all the videos I'd watch were people in California, though. I didn't know anything about California except that the coolest people in the world lived there.
Yeah, they all wear Van shoes.
Yeah, it turns out it's all Louise's just over there fucking Bumble, whatever he's done. But, I was like, California's probably the coolest place in the world.
Yeah, you're right.
There was this video called Curb Dogs.
Nice.
And
that's a great name for a skateboard game.
Dude, it's such a terrible video that if you watch that. And I would watch that with Charlie Bird, and then Thrasher magazine and Skateboarding magazine were my two magazines that I would like just.
Nice. I used to get. I had so many magazines growing up. So many magazines.
Wait. The skateboarding?
Just magazines in general.
Oh, well,
I had wakeboard magazines, and I'm just saying, like I understand the culture.
Yeah, this is the song that they would play over and over on Curb Dogs. Oh. This is the video. But you can hear it's really good quality. Hold on a second here.
What was that movie? Was it Gleaming the Cube?
Gleaming the Cube with Christian Slater.
Yeah, that was a good one.
There was that, and then but me and Charlie Burton, my buddy, we should call him sometime.
You got a little thing on your lip.
Booger?
No, well, it looks like it's down here.
What is it?
Just like a speck.
I had like a protein bar or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, and then me and Charlie Burton would skateboard around. We had like a thing called Rooftop Assault Force. We would try to get on rooftops.
So that's what you would say? You would be like, it's time to assemble Rooftop Assault Force. And then you guys would
I don't think we would say assemble anything. We would just try to get on as many roofs as possible and probably throw something.
What was your record?
I don't remember.
Oh.
But,
this is the song?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that makes me want to go all
This is skateboarding, dude. And you see those dogs right there? Fucking cool.
Whoa.
This guy's waking up out of a trash can. Look, that guy, hey, I'm sleeping in a trash can. I gotta get up and skateboard.
Time to assemble.
Ain't nothing but a curb dog.
Nothing but a curb dog.
Dog. Curb dog.
Dude, they were shooting this on like a VHS
Bro.
camcorder. Like
How
on the
cool
shoulder.
are these guys, though, man? Come to California. I still have this on DVD. I bought it on DVD later. I never watch it, but I just know it's way cool. I mean, they're cool.
Man,
It's clear that it's cool. I don't need to fucking play anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you can see how cool that is. You can hear how cool that is. You don't even need to look at that if you're listening. You can be like, that's got to be one of the coolest videos ever. But anyways, my first skateboard was at Lance Mountain.
Oh,
That was a guy, a
Okay.
skateboarder.
sure, Lance Mountain.
Yeah, and then I had a bunch of other skateboards, but though my favorite was by Vision. It was a Gator skateboard. See like that? See that tricked out?
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, there you go. It's a little tricked out. Now the fun
Put
thing
that
about
deck up on your wall.
Now, the fun thing about Gator is he is a convicted murderer now.
Way to go, Gator.
Mark Anthony Gator Rogowski. He was an amazing professional skateboarder.
Did he kill someone e-biking?
Convicted of murder. He was mainly prominent in the 80s and 90s. And his career ended when he pled guilty for assaulting, raping, and murdering Jessica Bergston in 1991.
Oh, a chick.
There's a really cool documentary, and not cool, it's like interesting. Stoked, The Rise and Fall of Gator. And so 31 years to life in prison. You want to hear about it?
Yeah.
He was in a relationship with this woman, this person, McLean. And then Rogowski was jealous. Gator was jealous. He entered her home to steal the gifts he had given her. He made threatening telephone calls to McLean's new boyfriend. He also threatened McLean directly. They informed the police about him, filed a report, and then there's this other woman came into his life, and then she asked him to show him around San Diego. They spent the day together, and then shortly after that, she was found missing, and he went back to his condo to watch movies, smoke weed, and drink wine. He admitted to coming up behind her and hitting her in the head with a club.
This was the chick he was just showing around town?
Well, he had a relationship, then, but basically she went missing, and then he said, "Yeah, I don't know what."
Wait, which chick went missing? The one he was in love with, or the one that he was showing around town?
All right, sorry, I'm not doing it. This is why you should watch the documentary.
Oh, okay, feels like I am.
The part that's crazy though is this woman that he killed though.
Which woman did he kill?
Her name's Jessica Bergston.
But that's the one he was dating and in love with, or that's the one that he was just showing around town for a day.
I forget now.
Fuck.
I'm reading Wikipedia really quick here.
Go Gator.
Yeah, go Gator. Anyways, he wouldn't tell him where the body was.
Oh yeah.
And they finally, when they found it, it was so decomposed.
You got to tell him where the body is.
Yeah. Yeah. Watch the documentary. I'm doing a fucking terrible job.
All right. Yeah, this is captivating.
You remember how good the podcast you were talking about? The other one? This one's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tune out
No
right away.
bueno.
Grinding gears.
What?
He murdered somebody. Everybody.
All right,
Edit
yeah.
all that out.
Second quarter.
What do you remember a movie called Airborne?
With a dog that plays basketball?
No, that's Air Bud.
Oh, well, that was a good movie.
Yeah. No, Airborne was like Gleaming the Cube, except for it was rollerblading. And I don't know why my friends and I in college, we watched this movie 3,000 times. And it was about a kid from California who was like, dude, I just lived the blade and everything's cool and groovy and surf. Oh man, it's all about the surf. You dream about the perfect wave. And he had to move to be, his parents got divorced or something. He had to move with his mom to Ohio. So he was trying to fit in Ohio, and they were all into blading. And a young Jack Black is in this movie. Mm-hmm. And a young Seth Green is in this movie. And the kid is like, bruh, I got to teach you about California blading. And he takes the girl from the bully, and he wins the big race at the end down Devil's Backbone, which is a really windy, Ohio road, obviously. And yeah, it was good.
On.
And then Gator murdered somebody.
Would you move back to Miami ever in your life, you think?
Yeah. If the circumstances were right. I mean, I have no intentions to.
Well,
but if there was for an opportunity,
I
would love to have a presence in Miami.
I was reading.
I would love to be able to pop in and do some business and leave.
Some business? What are you in the import-export business now? What are you saying? Like, you're going to do business in September. We're doing business there.
I would love to have a tie to Miami, but I don't know if I want to Not while I don't want to like uproot my family and move in there. Is what I'm saying.
Well, its population, Miami-Dade County's population shrank between 2019 and 2022 for the first time since 1970.
Yeah.
Like a net loss of 80,000 people.
It's
but
the first time that it's
yeah.
happened back-to-back years is what happened, right?
Yeah, and they're saying it's, there was this whole boom like during COVID, all the crypto kings and tech bros and whatever.
Yeah, fake boom.
Coming down, and they and so there was the fastest growing state for a second, and the state was and then Miami-Dade has been losing residents more than it's been gaining in the last couple of years, and they're saying it's the housing issue is the big thing, because I follow a couple like accounts where they just like they look at houses and they just laugh at them like, this is crazy how much this is. But I looked at some of the housing numbers down there. It's unaffordable now.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's like it is here, but
yeah, but it was too quick. Like it was already like that here. You know what I'm saying? Like here, it's still. I think it jumped quicker than because it shouldn't be like that much anyways. Like LA is
my parents' house that they sold a few years back was listed at literally triple what they sold it for.
Yeah. Wow. This says between 2020 and 22, the county also lost close to 80,000 people through net migration. So I guess people in and people out or whatever. Yeah. It doesn't seem like a lot, but it's just like an indicator or whatever. So the median value of a home in Miami is $550,000. I don't know. Like this is okay. You're talking about kids on lawn. I don't know how anyone's supposed to buy a house anymore. And I don't know if it's because I'm old or is the world collapsing.
No,
Discuss.
Even just going I took my wife out to dinner last night to a new restaurant in our neighborhood that I've been excited.
Ooh,
and it's
Cane's Fried Chicken.
We got one of those too. Nah, but like, look, man, traditionally, a really, really nice dinner out, like nice bottle of wine, couple steaks, $200, maybe $250 if you really push it at like a really, whatever.
That's a lot too, though. But yeah,
dude, last night I dropped $300 plus tip, $360. That's a vacation.
Yeah, you put the flamingos on top of that, you're fucked.
Yeah. I mean, that's a vacation, dude. Like, it's insane. Like,
yeah, that's why I don't have a wife.
Yeah,
just all I got to worry about is one value meal for myself each night. Number 7.
Number 3,
cheese, cut in half, pickles. I don't know. I might be doing this podcast from Thailand soon or Mexico. Somewhere cheaper.
Oh, you're gonna do one of those?
Well, Thailand's even cheaper than Mexico. I'll tell you why I would move to Thailand instead of getting back to Miami. First of all, I don't know if I'll ever move back to Miami. I still enjoy going back there, but I think I don't know. I don't know if you can. You can never like. I think I'd be nostalgic for how it was when we were growing up.
Every time I go back, I'm like just swimming in nostalgia for like 24 hours, and then on the second or third day, I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
It's like, look,
this is your only fucking US 1. It's like what you had like
the Miami's got to get their infrastructure figured out for sure.
Figured out. Come on, dude. The politicians in Miami are fucking a disaster.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember, and this goes way back. I'm sure it's not any better now, but like when I wanted to coach, like just getting my coaching license was impossible. I couldn't get anyone to help me with the city at all, the county, and it's like, yo, you need good coaches. Like, I'm doing this to give back to the community. I'm not getting rich off this. And there's no one to help me get that done. And customer service in general is just, it's dead in the world.
Miami or Florida?
Specifically Miami, I'm talking about. I don't know about all of Florida. I'm sure
you're going to have a great time, Louis, when you're there. Don't worry about it.
I can't wait.
No, Miami is an awesome place. If you got a little bit of coin and you're going and you're having some nice meals and
if you are rich, it's one of the best places to live in the world if you're rich, because everything's there. Like the cool thing is like the water and stuff is, there's some parts that are like the Miami River has some pollution issues and things like that, but the Biscayne Bay for the most part is clean and clear. And I don't know. I haven't been there in a while. There might be a lot of seagrass die off and shit like that. But for the most part, it's just like you can, if you have a boat and like if you have money, it's fucking awesome. But there's a lot of people without money there. Like I don't know how they're living now.
Driving with the windows down Old Cutler, like
You can't drive with the windows down. It's fucking hot.
Well, you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, and you can smell the weed.
Yeah,
it's not weed though. It smells like skunk though. So if you're driving down Old Cutler, that road, and you get to like Matheson Hammond Park, you'll smell what smells like skunk weed. You ever smell that? You don't even smoke weed. What am I talking to?
I'm like an IPA.
It smells like a skunk sometimes. You ever smelled that in Florida?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But it's almost always not a skunk.
It's weed?
It's usually a plant.
Oh.
It's called a Simpson stopper, I think.
Yeah.
Or a white stopper. And all these plants that are called stoppers, the reason they were called stoppers is because they would make teas out of their leaves, and if you had diarrhea, it would like clog you up. So
really?
it was like a back in the
little herbal remedy.
well, most of the drugs come from the earth, bruh. Aspirin from willow trees, bro. I don't know why I'm doing that accent. But yeah, and I don't. That's the only time I'd have the windows down in the winter, I guess. But anyways, I don't think I'll ever move back to Florida, Miami. I like look. I could be gone tomorrow. I could be down in Mexico or Thailand. And what my point is as much as I like Mexican food, I feel like there's more diversity for the food in Thailand. And so that would be, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm, hey, Elise, okay. Have you been to the Baja Peninsula, like down like La Paz and Todos Santos in Mexico?
Nope.
Okay, good. When I was there, I couldn't find a taco. It was like all seafood and stuff. So it's, I guess, regionalized in Mexico. There's different, like Oaxaca. Isn't that like Oaxaca? How do you say it? Oaxaca or Oaxaca?
Oaxaca.
Look at that, bro.
You say the same thing twice.
Oaxaca.
Well, why don't we do this?
Do
you know how Joe Rogan moved to Austin and then like that influenced other comics to go there, and he built a comedy club. Now he's like building a new super scene for comedy, like somewhere that's not LA or New York.
Yeah.
We should do that, but let's pick somewhere. Where should we move and try to create our own comedy scene?
Mexico.
So we'll just go. We'll just be like,
Luis will buy the land for us.
everyone
He can do that.
Everyone who's poor,
He'll steal it back from us.
come to our village.
What are you doing? What is this you're doing now?
Or we're creating a community.
Have you been to Mexico recently? A lot of people speak English. So you don't have to like talk to them.
I was speaking English.
Come to our village. Why were you saying it weird?
No, I was saying that
this.
to American comedians. I was like, comedian friends, are you tired of paying too much when you take your wife out to a steak dinner?
You need to learn
Follow
Spanish
us.
better. Can we just...
Andale, follow us to
Luis.
Mexico. We will rebuild, and we will be back stronger. And no e-bikes are there.
I think there's probably e-bikes. I think they don't import e-bikes. What city would you live in Mexico if you could live, Luis?
I mean, it's hard to say because obviously I have my family in this super small ranch that's super simple where like electricity was introduced not too long ago. I mean,
How was it
it's-
introduced? Was it a
Wait,
bigger
you
match?
just said that like they weren't even aware of it. like Luis is there with a light switch, like,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Oh, he's the devil."
And you're like, Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola and Pepsi.
What do
They
you
don't have
mean?
Pepsi. Pepsi.
Wait, so there was no electricity until how long?
I mean, no. Like it's been a while, obviously, but my dad, he's from that ranch, and my dad's 56, and he remembers
No
when
e-bikes there.
There, no.
Yeah, fucking get run out
Man,
of town.
you could be king. You just down there on an e-bike.
Yeah, so I obviously have that pull, because I have a lot of family
But
there.
you'd live there in the village? I remember you
I
said the
would,
name
yeah.
a bunch, and I'm always like, don't remember it.
Tecolotlan is the main town.
Yeah, and there's that
We're from a
pastry
smaller
he gives from
ranch,
there
yeah.
that wasn't very good. Remember? You tried to sell us
The
on
dusty kiku.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw somebody doing his joke, by the way.
Which joke?
The Mexican pastry joke thing. It doesn't matter. Steve Fury.
Oh, someone was doing that joke?
It's a very similar joke, but anyways.
You want to rat him out?
Put that out there with a grinding the gears. All right, so what about Mexico City or something
Well,
like that?
so that's what I was going to say. Even though I love the simple life at a ranch and the family, I went to Mexico City last November, and it was fucking amazing. And
Yeah, because I feel like you on the ranch, when you go down there, you're not doing ranch work.
All right. Well, my equivalent to
saying
that would
that,
be
yeah.
like not moving back to Miami, but I would move to the Bahamas. I'd go just
What are you going to do in the Bahamas?
fish, shoot fish.
For a living?
No, I'm saying like if I'm rich and just can go somewhere.
Yeah, but the Bahamas, here's the thing is...
Buy a bar?
We could move to Mexico or Thailand like now. Ecuador, like
Yeah.
now. You could do it. with
Well,
the
I
money.
can move
Yeah.
to the Bahamas now.
I think Bahamas is pretty expensive.
Depends. My parents already have a place there. I can just go there.
Oh, well, okay. So you don't need to be a part of this conversation. Luis and I are going to move to Mexico, Mexico City. Mexico City's the shit.
I'll just be an influencer. They got Wi-Fi.
Where? Mexico?
No, in the Bahamas.
Yeah, they get Wi-Fi everywhere.
Yeah.
Except Cuba. I'm pretty sure they don't have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
That is
Sorry,
the
Cuba.
one thing. I don't know if you remember back in the ID Cat days when I was a part of it. In that town where my dad's from, I was like, oh, my grandma has Wi-Fi. I could work from here. I'll upload an ID Cat episode.
Yeah.
I had to upload it that night by midnight. And I was like, you know what? I'll wake up early. I'm sure it's going to be slower. I set to upload. Time remaining, 9 days. I was like,
Yo.
oh, fuck. So I had to take a 2-hour taxi ride.
Wow. So you have to
To
record the
Guadalajara.
podcast 2 weeks ahead of time. Yeah.
Well, now I have a friend that has faster Wi-Fi than I do here in this house.
Hey.
So
So we're
Yeah,
good.
because you guys got electricity family. Yeah.
He was introduced to electricity.
Hello.
When
This is Mr. Electricity.
when I took that big RV trip with my family, we moved from Florida to LA and we lived in a travel trailer for a year and a half. We've talked about it. I sold a web series to Nickelodeon. So once a week I had to upload, a couple minutes of video to them when I was done editing. And so I'd have to go, we'd be at some campsite out in the middle of nowhere. I'd have to go find like a Starbucks at like 3 a.m. and sit outside with my laptop just trying to get a weak Wi-Fi signal with the Starbucks and upload it. And it was just like that. It would be like 2 hours. And then they'd come to work at like 4:30 a.m. to like start opening everything up. And I would just be asleep on their stoop. And they'd be like, thought I was a homeless guy with a laptop.
All right. Well, let's end this episode. I think we've done enough.
Wait, what?
Third quarter.
What are you looking at over there?
I'm getting text messages about doing a show tonight in a dude's house.
Well, it's all working out, guys.
I will.
Yeah. I think we're done for this episode, aren't we?
That's fast. How long have we been recording?
half an hour.
Yeah, we're good.
We're just going to do a quick hitter? Pow.
I don't think we need to do this one anymore. This is.
Really? I thought this was going good. This has
I
been
don't know
fun.
what we're doing today.
It's been fun. This is fun.
I don't think. Louise, what would you grade
Skateboarding,
this episode?
e-bikes. I was more into wakeboarding.
What would you grade this episode?
I was more
so
into
far?
wakeboarding.
Louise.
10 being the best?
Yeah, 10 out of 10. Yeah.
It's a solid 7. We're only halfway done. It's like 30 minutes in.
What was so the Cypress Hill one was a 10, you're saying?
Cypress Hill one was a 9.5.
And then our last one was what? Manatee, the brothers having sex. And so that was a good one.
That was pretty good.
I think that was a good one. I think that was like 8 or 9. We got here. What do you think this one is, Dave?
I'm enjoying it.
Like, we're being honest. The cameras are off now.
Oh.
Yeah. We're not recording.
7.
7. Wow. Okay.
What do you think, Forrest?
1.5.
What?
Yeah.
This has been a good one. Well, let's pull it out.
All right, let's pull it together, guys.
All right. So you were into magazines and skateboarding.
half
I was
hour.
into wakeboarding and enjoyed those magazines. And I landed my first flip literally because I read an article on how to land a flip. And I went out and I fucking did it.
That is, I will say that though. Like I went there. I used to live near the skate park over in Atwater Village, and I go watch these fucking kids, and they're like fucking amazing. And my friend pointed it out, and he said, he goes, yeah, they have videos now to watch.
Yeah.
We had to like decipher 4 drawings in a magazine. You're like, well, he's there, and then he's there, and then what did he do?
Yeah.
It's like, put your left hand down, and you're like, all right.
With everything in the world now, it's at their fingertips.
Yeah,
to
these
learn.
kids don't even know how good they have it.
Yeah, yet they're just out there on their e-bikes.
Yeah, I mean, Louise's Village. has got
Sometimes I've
electricity,
seen them
but-
on their phones while they're e-biking. Like, that's just dangerous.
No, we're done with the grinding. Yeah,
So,
no more gears.
sorry.
Wakeboarding.
Yeah, I remember like I wanted to get into BMX biking. Like I was really into like there was this like track where you can go out and you do like the hills and the track and
Down near where you
whatever.
lived.
And it was out by Tamiami Airport.
Oh, there was one that was like abandoned off US 1 there. Did you ever go to that one?
No.
Yeah, but it was like you'd have to like go through a hole in a gate, and it was like an old BMX track. It was on a BMX track. It was near where you lived. It was
Really?
on US 1. It was like probably like 136 or something like that.
Oh, that's right where I live.
And we used to like go all the way down there, and then and it was like not well kept. You'd have to like someone would go through with a machete and fix it.
136? That's like the Fall Shopping Center.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, now they've built something there for sure, but it was like back, when we were growing up, it was still like.
Are you thinking of Briar Bay Golf Course?
No, it was a fucking BMX track, dude. Yeah. Anyways, there's one near Tamiami.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't do
Well,
that one.
like we went
That's
out.
fancy.
My mom took me out there to like find it. We couldn't find it, and so she was gonna like sign me up for like lessons or whatever it was, and we couldn't find it. So then I just never did it. So that's it. Like that's the only way you could get into something back then was to sign up and have someone teach you. Now they can just go on YouTube and become experts, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what else we used to do when we were skateboarding, biking, is we would just jump off bridges in the canals.
Oh, yeah. A lot of
smart.
that.
Yeah,
a lot of
pretty
ear
smart.
infections swimming in those fucking
Ear
canals.
infections. You're lucky if you didn't hit a shopping cart. There was like shit in the canals.
Yeah.
This is how we had fun back in the days, kids.
Yeah.
We would jump off like overpasses in canals, and 30 feet maybe.
Dude.
But first, someone like I think hit a shopping cart one day, and they didn't get injured. But then we were like, well, now we got to clear. So we'd have to bring masks and like snorkel down there and like move shit out there, which you want to be somewhere creepy is snorkeling around those canals. It's fucking creepy.
Yeah, we went and off Key Biscayne one time and jumped off the what's it called? The Rickenbacker?
Rickenbacker? You would die off that one.
Dude. Well, it was
Wait, not the top of it.
No. They had the little walkway below it.
Okay.
And so we would jump off that, which was still scary as shit.
The top of Rickenbacker Causeway is
that's suicide.
150 feet or 200 feet. It's
No, we would jump off the bottom part, but you're not allowed to. So they had the ladder where you would go up for like when people would do work on it and stuff, but they had it padlocked. So we would have to climb on the
that jump's only
outside
like
of it.
10 feet, right?
No, it was like probably 30 feet. Like that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was spooky. But
there's a lot.
But then you had to climb up all this rusted metal to get back up there. And
barnacles.
Yeah. So then one time we were walking back across the Rickenbacker, and my buddy was living in a building on Brickell because he was displaced from Hurricane Andrew, and that's where they're staying while their house was getting fixed. So I'm looking at it, and I'm going, guys, I think it'd be faster just to swim across the bay instead of walking around. Yeah. And everyone's like, that's a good idea, Dave. We should do that. But we're like, well, someone's going to have to carry our shoes. So we paper, rock, scissors to see who had to walk back and carry everyone's shoes.
I'm trying to. You swam from where to where? Are you trying to swim?
So we were walking across the.
That way, people can Google map this. What you're talking about?
Yeah.
Where in Brickell?
I don't remember.
So on Brickell Avenue somewhere.
Yeah,
and you're swimming.
It was one of the buildings on the water. Like literally.
Okay, right there.
Yeah. So instead of walking all the way down the bridge and then down the street to where his place was, I was like, let's just swim across the bay.
There's the first beach there. There's two. There's
it was like Hobie Beach
a short
whatever,
bridge,
right?
and then there's the first bridge, which is Windsurfer Beach.
Yeah.
Then there's the Rickenbacker Causeway, and then that was Hobie Beach. And that was the names I knew him by. And then that would probably be a mile.
It was probably like 2 miles. Yeah.
Yeah. And currents, because you're going through bridges.
So me and Titus Woodham won the paper, rock, scissors.
Titus Woodham, that's a new one we never heard of. Yeah.
And
name.
Now he married Isis Masood, one of my neighbors.
Titus Woodham, Isis Masood?
Masood, yeah.
Wait, say all the names?
Titus Woodham was one of my childhood friends.
Now say all the names together. Titus Woodham married
Isis Masood.
Yeah, that's all fake.
Yeah.
Titus
and then they have a kid named like Hawk or something like that. Something cool.
Not Isis. Isis?
Isis. Went to elementary school with her.
Suspect.
Yeah. So then 2 of us had to carry the shoes back, and me and Titus swam across. And about halfway across, I'm like, this might not have been a good idea. It's real. And I made it all right, but then I turned around and I was like, Titus is dying. So then I just went back out to make sure Titus got back safely. Yeah. And the guys walking were definitely back way faster than we were.
Okay, so speaking of that, by the way, before we leave Brickell, one of the things that bothered me in Dexter, the show, I liked watching Dexter. The first season they shot it in Miami. I think the first 2 seasons, and they just shoot it here, and they would.
Oh, a lot of shows did that.
They would drive around cars with Florida license plates on the front. Yeah. Like there is no license plate.
Yeah,
so that was
in the back.
There was all these producer oversights, and one of them was Debbie. Wasn't that the sister, Debbie?
I never watched Dexter.
Yeah, she goes, I just got a new condo on Brickell Avenue. That's how she said it. Like it was the Edie Brickell, and I'm like, I know that's what you think it is, but Mary Brickell was the founder of Miami, and it's Brickell. So fuck Dexter.
Fourth quarter.
All right, so swimming. What's going on with the swimming to Catalina? Here we go.
I reached out. I tried to sign up.
You can't even make this 1 mile swim when you were 20 years old. Or how old were you?
No, I made it. I crushed it. I just realized it was a bad idea.
Okay, so the good idea.
I was
swimming to Catalina.
Yeah. I was 8th grade going into 9th grade when that happened.
When are we doing the swim to Catalina? By we, I mean, when am I going to watch on the boat while Louise stands on the boat with water wings and a fucking safe life vest on?
I'm in. I keep trying to sign up for it, and they keep writing me emails back going like, you should consult someone who's done it and make sure that you know what you get. It's, you have to mentally prepare. And I'm like, I'm trying to find people to train with and how to do. I just can't look. My mom and I are looking for the bike track, and we just can't find it.
Was that a reference to the thing you're talking
Yeah.
about? Oh, okay.
I'm trying to make it happen. It
I thought your mom was really looking into this. I was like,
she will. Mom, can you help me? No,
wait,
my mom
wait,
does not want me to do this.
But do they need to sanction it? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we gotta get it sanctioned.
Wait, so otherwise,
I'm not gonna do this and then not have it not count.
So they're discouraging you because they don't want just someone to go out there and
I think there's a lot of yahoos who are like, I could do that, and
swim
then
a half a mile and they're done.
I
You're
don't.
gonna be wasting people's time. It's wasting their time. Okay. So we need to find a person that's done it, and how do we do that? Isn't that easy?
I mean, I've found
What
people,
is
but then
it
they're
called?
like, all right, we'll call you, we'll figure it out, and then they never do.
The training to train with?
Yeah.
Have you really done all this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm proud of you. I thought you hadn't done shit. But how do? Let's stay on. Let's call somebody now,
Look,
or not now. I mean, like when we're done. Like the swimming to Catalina, Stone Barrington. There's a documentary.
here, I'm gonna show you.
Discovers he's drowning. No, not that's not the guy to call. He's written a novel. I think maybe it's just a novel called Swimming to Catalina. I don't think he actually.
Look, like this guy finally wrote me back, and he went,
Yeah.
"Hello, David. I will give you a contact soon for basic information about your swimming ambition. Look into your local swimming community. Inevitably, this community is only 1 or 2 degrees of separation from international marathon swimming. All the best with your ambition."
Okay. So.
And I'm like, "Hey, man,
marathon swimming.
yeah, no, that's what I'm contacting you for." Like,
Yeah. So why did
and then
you say that
so
back
then
to him?
so when he says, "Look into your contact information," I hit up my friend who would know about this, and she literally said, "Hey, hit up this guy," and I'm like, "That's what told me to hit up you."
Yeah. So
People are passing the buck.
Hit him
Look,
back then.
Here's what's going on. People know that I'm going to dominate this, and I'm going to make the whole community look silly about how easy I make it look. Or I'm going to die, and they don't want that on their hands.
I never even knew it was called marathon swimming. I'm looking it up now.
Is that what it's called? I didn't know that.
You just said that right there. You're not paying attention to these messages that you're reading. The guy said marathon swimming.
But you're seeing that other places?
Well, Wikipedia. That's where I read most of my shit. It's it's the internet's encyclopedia. Didn't know if you knew that. As in all open water swimming, tide, surface currents, and wind drop are major determinants of finish time. One of the earliest marathon swims was accomplished in 1875 by Captain Matthew Webb when he became the first person to swim across
The English Channel.
There you go.
Boom.
I don't even know how far that is, but that seems to be a hard one.
It sounds cold.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of currents and shit and stuff. And like, yeah. The Triple Crown of Open Water Swimming. Okay. The Triple Crown of Open Water Swimming includes 3 of the best-known marathon swims. 1, 21 miles across the English Channel.
Yeah.
2, 28.5 miles around Manhattan Island in New York City.
Oh, I've heard of that one, yeah.
That seems fucking awful.
Yeah, it sounds gross.
My buddy Chris Liptak just swam across the Hudson River one day just for fun. I don't know what he was doing. He was getting run over. Number 3, 20.1 miles between Catalina Island and mainland Southern California. This is part of the Triple Crown of open water.
Let's do it.
Do you think you want to start with something smaller?
I mean, yeah. Okay.
Like,
Find me something.
There's clearly the Ocean 7 is a collection of 7 channel swims. Maybe you should start with this.
Oh, I've heard of that.
I don't know, but this is in there. Catalina's in there too. Strait of Gibraltar. This should be what you should start doing. North Channel between Ireland and Scotland. The Cook Strait between North and South Islands of New Zealand. Jesus Christ. Sounds exhausting. Molokai Channel between Oahu and Molokai. This is all shark infested.
I know. The shark aspect actually is kind of spooking me off of all of this.
Strait between Japan, some islands in Japan. Strait. Okay. Steve Redmond became the first person to complete this in 2012.
Here's what scares me a
So
little
it's only
bit.
20 miles of Catalina because it's 27 miles from Long Beach. So there must be like an easier.
It's the Palos Verdes.
Oh, because it juts out there a little.
Yeah.
Like, okay. 20 miles. Easy, dude. No problem.
I will say that something that's been a deterrent
Group swims. Yeah.
is the unpredictability of sharks these days. They seem a little more
Don't worry.
aggressive than-
Louisiana don't have guns.
Yeah, but here's the other thing: is that I think most of the people that compete in this probably have a very graceful swim stroke, and I know that I have a very powerful, floppy swim stroke. So I'm just gonna look like a wounded fish out there, just gosh. Like it's not like
I know what you're
nice,
saying, but I don't think.
like the way I swim is real fucking aggressive.
So practice not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, it's what I do. It's my.
You want me to train you to be graceful?
You think you could?
Yeah, and then we can teach Luis how to swim at the same time.
All right.
He'll just be floating on the side of the pool there. With
I am
his water
coachable,
wings out.
Forrest.
I mean, it's very easy. You already know. How do you pull your elbows out of the water?
Like a man.
Yeah, straight up, right? You go straight up and then you go and pull. But I don't know if you should be doing the crawl. I think a side stroke would be side stroke is way more
Side stroke.
is way less intensive.
This? Like a
What are you doing?
synchronized swimmer
No, so side stroke is you pull it and then you shoot out like this. And
for 20 miles.
well,
It's gonna take 3 days.
You're gonna need to do that a lot because you're gonna need to rest.
Nah, just keep going.
20 miles. What's the most miles you've ever swam? In a pool?
Probably like 2 that time I was in 8th grade.
All right. What we need to do is we need to find you a shorter thing. This is a good one. Rottnest Channel swim. That's probably a good one. This is in.
I mean, we could just go out. It's a 2-mile swim from pier to pier on South Bay. We could just do that one day. Just see what a 2-mile.
When you say
swim.
we can do that, I'm not going to swim.
No, you guys can hang out on the beach and watch me do
Do you
it.
have kayaks?
We can get one.
All right. When are we doing this?
What are you doing
Wait,
tomorrow?
pier to pier? Where?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Like you can go like Hermosa to Manhattan Beach. I've swum that before.
Okay, Louise can't swim, so we're gonna have to rent a boat because we have to film this.
No, Luis could just be on the
He
shore.
can't swim. Like, on the shore? No.
Yeah.
Is there a place on the shore?
Yeah,
All right,
like,
we'll discuss this
I'll just
later.
go out to the end of the pier and then swim to the other pier and then come in.
Okay, we're gonna start with this 2-mile one. 2 miles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do it once, and then you'll do it like 3 times, and we'll go from there. Because you can't just go 20. Like, as much as it would be fun to see you die and get eaten by a shark. It'd be sad, but also, wow, I was there. Cool. You know, like I'd probably get some followers just out of pity. You know, like it must be really sad. I'm like, yeah, you know, but we knew it was gonna happen. But I think you need to train. Yeah, like for this.
That's what this is.
I think that these guys are being smart. The people that are telling you, like, that's what they're basically saying. Like, don't just, like, what have you done? You're like, I play water polo and I'm a Floridian and a waterman. Did you say that?
I'm a
too?
natural waterman.
Natural waterman. Yeah. All right. We'll do that when we come back in a couple of weeks.
All right, done.
Because I'll look into renting a boat. You be comfortable on a boat, Louise?
I mean, yeah, if whoever's driving is not being reckless, yeah.
This is what we're gonna do in 2
No,
weeks.
you don't even need a boat for.
What do you mean reckless? What do you think I'm gonna be doing? Like flips in a boat?
The peer to peer,
I've driven boats my whole life. You'll be fine. Yeah.
for the peer to peer, you just need like a paddleboard. Like that's it.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna have to show me on a map.
All right.
You can't swim. You can't be on a paddleboard. We're going on a boat. Is a boat allowed
You
there?
can just be on the pier.
We want to be like this close to you. Like,
You can be
how
that
you
close to me with a paddleboard.
I don't
He
know.
can be on the pier.
I don't know if you've looked at my core strength right now, but paddleboard isn't like what I really want to be doing.
I mean, it's not really like boat. It's like too close to the shore to really be operating.
All
a
right,
boat.
we'll look at it afterwards.
All right.
All right. I'm excited about this.
All right. Should we go eat lunch and then come back?
Oh, we're done now.
I mean,
Were we recording this time? I didn't know we were doing a podcast.
Yeah, you hit record, right?
Oh, fuck.
Unfortunately, yeah. All right, guys. If this is your first time listening, don't let this. Go back and listen to the Cypress
This is a
Hill
good one.
Yeah.
I thought this was a good episode.
Cypress Hill one, the Manatee one, last one was a good one. Yeah.
I'm just saying, if you give your kid a $3,000 bike, have a little self-awareness whether your kid's a shithead or not. All right, sit them down and say, look, this comes with some responsibility. If you can't handle it, I will take it away from you.
Yeah.
You can use it to get to your friend's house.
I'll tell you about
You
this
don't go
episode, Wes.
gallivant around
Luis didn't even
the
do
neighborhood.
one of the drops. He didn't do any of the.
Yeah,
you
he's
know, you should
scrolling.
have done. You should have just done Luis Castillo because that's how he feels.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, he's worried about his sick cat.
Yeah. What do you mean? If I'm not driving, what did you say? If the person driving the boat is not what?
Reckless.
What do you mean reckless? What do you think I'm going to do on a boat?
I don't know.
It's the only way to drive a boat.
Wow, watch this. I'm going to buzz these people. Like, I'm fine, dude. I've driven many a boat.
Ooh, how about a jet ski?
I mean, they're annoying, but we can get it on a jet ski.
Yeah, that would be better. You guys on a
And
jet
then
ski.
he could hug me. Like,
Yeah.
like Luis could be behind
Really
me, just
tight.
hugging me with a GoPro on
Would
his
strap a
head.
GoPro to his head.
And he'd be like,
The whole-
hey, Santa Maria.
I'm
That's what he's
getting
saying.
I'm getting attacked by a shark, and all you can see is the back of Forrest's head because Luis is holding him so tight.
Oh, you think there's sharks there?
Yeah, 100%.
What kind?
In the ocean out here?
No, in the pier. This thing you want to do in the
Oh, fucking great whites.
No.
Yeah,
Nah.
bro.
Bro, I don't think they're coming in that shallow.
Yeah, they're all around the surfers all the time. I don't think they're gonna mess with you. I think they're just cruising through, but
Yeah. Unless they're hangry. Yeah.
unless I'm doing my powerful stroke.
That's why you got to carry a Snickers bar. Love a Snickers bar. You take a Snickers. If you're ever getting attacked by a shark, what you want to do is take a Snickers bar, throw it in his mouth, and then you're good. Hot tip. Don't follow anything you've listened to on this podcast. All right, let's go get something to eat.
Let's get some food. We'll come back and record another episode.
We got special guests next week.
Oh yeah, that's right. Next week. At Dave W Comedy, DaveWilliamsonComedy.com. I'm gonna be in Vegas and be in Boise. I was just in Grand Rapids. Thanks for coming out if you came out. Come see us at the end of September. We're gonna be in Key West for 2 nights, Miami for 2 nights, and in Fort Lauderdale. Just be honest with yourself. If your kid is a shithead, give him a speech. Don't wait for tragedy to strike to then think these things through, guys. Those e-bikes are like missiles.
For they are the mermen.